top story that we are following here on India Today, coming in from the United States of America. Donald Trump's sweeping immigration crackdown is something that is very, very visible now. Mega immigration overhaul is being done by the Trump administration. Donald Trump now imposes a $1,000 fee for H-1B visa holders, signs the executive order on H-1B visas. Work permits for Indians now is all set to get costlier. Tech industry would be very happy. This is the statement which is coming in from US President Donald Trump. Need only great workers in the United States of America. This is a move which will prioritize American workers. Statement coming in from US President Donald Trump.
You're very close to the technology CEOs. Are they concerned about that?
I think they're going to be very happy. Everyone's going to be happy. And we're going to be able to keep people in our country that are going to be very productive people. And in many cases, these companies are going to pay a lot of money for that. And they're very happy about it. It was a dead country. Look, we were a dead country a year ago, and now we're the most successful. Okay. My friend, why don't you keep that, okay?
Thank you.
Done such a good job. Okay. It's phase one. John, are you happy? Sure. Okay.
So the whole idea is no more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land, train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love it. They love it. One of the greatest things a president has ever done for this country. And you can say the world, because when we came up with that vaccine, the country would rather not have to pay $100,000. But they'd rather, how do you do that? You hire Americans. So there's an incentive to hire American. But there may be instances where it's better off doing through expertise or whatever it may be. But they're both unbelievable, whether it's a gold card or anything else that we talked about today. Phenomenal. It really is. It's the golden age. We're making it the golden age without the tariff.
My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me on the story. Pranay, once again, we are seeing a little bit of a tug of war taking place between India on one side and the United States of America on the other side. Now, this is an order which will have large implications on Indians.
Definitely, it has large implications on the Indians, those who are aspiring, those who are there on H-1B visas. Because if you see, Indians have been the most talented people, those who have been using the H-1B visa route, and in fact, most of the U.S. companies are using H-1B visa route to hire Indian talent. And definitely, this is going to impact yet again the American companies as well. Aishwarya, if you see the fees which will be paid, which is the $100,000, will be paid or will be on the U.S. companies who will be hiring the talent via H-1B visa routes, and they have to pay this $100,000. So definitely, this is going to impact. And as President Donald Trump said that he wants U.S. companies to employ more Americans rather than hiring talent from other countries. This is definitely going to impact India, but other countries are also going to get impacted and affected by this H-1B visa change. But if you see, right from when he assumed office in January 2025, thereafter he has been insisting, and in fact, the Trump administration has been making this, these changes and making these amendments just to give the impression that they want to bring more jobs to the United States. They are working to create more jobs for the American people, and in fact, this entire argument of closing doors for the immigrants and making more job and opportunities for the American people.
Right, but we've also seen, because it is Donald Trump who's catering to those who have been voting for him, those people who very strongly believe in the MAGA concept, which is to make America great again.
You're absolutely right, Aishwarya. In fact, this, if you see his MAGA plan, the entire, his political campaign was about this anti-immigrant, theory that America is being exploited by the immigrants, those who are, and in fact, he started the entire drive of immigration and immigration control by the ICE. Anti-immigrants to throw out and to remove the people, those who have illegally entered United States. And besides that, he has put curbs on the immigration policies, be it H-1B visa or be it the other visa policies, the review process of the U.S. visa procedure, having more vetting process, including the social media profiles of the individuals, those who are applying. In fact, the green card process, and various other, the residency permits and various other provisions with which people enter the United States. The entire non-immigrant visa process is being overhauled and reviewed by the U.S. State Department, and the directives have been issued. So this entire process of reviewing the visa regime as well as the visa the visa provisions and the existing mechanism with which people are residing in the United States. This entire thing is to give this give this impression to the MAGA that he is working on the thing which he has promised and on which he has been elected.
Right, Pranay, one of the things that we have seen US administration actually speak about is the fact that they said that this was they believe that this is one of the most misused visa systems with regards to non-immigrants, and they are the ones who apply for this. The US now believes that with this change, highly skilled laborers, they are the ones who will be coming to the United States of America, and this will also in some way make sure that the tech companies hire more Americans.
Yeah, but if you see, Aishwarya, there is another argument on this entire process is that it's the U.S. companies who outsource the jobs and in order to get more profits. In fact, even the hiring process, look, it's very talent-based thing. If you see the admission process in the Ivy League universities of the United States, if you see the H-1B visa, it's a very merit-based thing. The entire application, its vetting process, it's very merit-based. And if you see the numbers between year 2020 and to year 2020, over 230,000 approvals have been given to Indian applicants, which is like around 73% of the entire H-1B visa procedure. Definitely Indians have used, but the hiring process was actually initiated by the U.S. employers, because if you know the visa procedure with which you apply on H-1B visa route, is that the fees, the entire legal procedure is borne by the U.S. employer. So they hire a talent on the basis of the merit, and if you see the availability of the talent, if that talent is not available in the U.S. pool, if they do not have those talent in the United States, then they go for hiring, and when they go for the merit-based talent hiring process, then they hire talent from the other countries as well.
Right, Pranay, do you believe, you have been looking at the administration very closely, do you believe this will actually help the tech companies in hiring more from America, or do you believe that maybe not Indians, but there could be other people that the American companies would now be looking at?
It is difficult to say, Aishwarya, but I think the direct impact would be the companies will go for more outsourcing. Because if you see, there is a thought process, there is an argument in the United States as well that this H-1B visa is putting burden of hiring people on as employees. So rather they would want to outsource the jobs, they would want to have offshore businesses, and they want to have more contractual jobs rather than be hiring people into employees as employees. And if you see that trend may increase after these visa curbs or the spike in the visa fees. Though this visa fee has to be approved through through the U.S. Senate and U.S. House procedure, we have to see that how the Capitol Hill takes this decision of President Donald Trump. But definitely, this is not going to help, especially those who want to make their dream dream job to United States through H-1B visa route. Rather, this will push the American companies to go for more offshore jobs and more contractual assignments. And with the advent of the artificial intelligence and the machine learning procedures, in any case, the jobs are on decline and the unemployment remains a challenge even in the United States.
Right. Pranay, please stay on with me. Let's once again listen into what the US President Donald Trump has said with regards to H-1B visas.
What this proclamation will do is raise the fee that companies pay to sponsor H-1B applicants to $100,000. This will ensure that the people they're bringing in are actually very highly skilled and that they're not replaceable by American workers. So it'll protect American workers, but ensure that companies have a pathway to hire truly extraordinary people and bring them to the United States to work.
We need workers. And one of the biggest problems we have is that people, they go to the best schools and they do great and they get great marks and then they're thrown out of the country. You're not allowed to stay. This way a corporation will be able, sort of like a signing bonus in baseball or football, a corporation will be able to get them to stay in the country. And for the missiles, for the tanks, they're paying for anything that's sent over there. It goes to NATO, and then NATO does what they want with it in this.
You're very close to the technology
Yeah.
CEOs. Are they concerned about that?
I think they're going to be very happy. Everyone's going to be happy. And we're going to be able to keep people in our country that are going to be very productive people. And in many cases, these companies are going to pay a lot of money for that. And they're very happy about it. It was a dead country. Look, we were a dead country a year ago, and now we're the most successful. Okay. My friend, why don't you keep that, okay?
Thank you.
Done such a good job. Okay. It's phase one. John, are you happy? Pitch.
So the whole idea is no more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land, train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love it. They love it. One of the greatest things a president has ever done for this country, and you can say the world, because when we came up with that vaccine, the country would rather not have to pay $100,000, but and they'd rather, how do you do that? You hire Americans. So there's an incentive to hire American. But there may be instances where it's better off doing it through expertise or whatever it may be. But they're both unbelievable, whether it's a gold card or anything else that we talked about today. Phenomenal. It really is. It's the golden age. We're making it the golden age. Without the tariffs, it would be.